why do we make GreenX car care?
I mean, the idea was born like over 2 years ago when we had like talks with customers, with users, and from my perspective, I mean, I have a biological background. I'm actually not a chemist, I'm a biologist. So it was always in my interest not just to clean the car and pollute the environment. I always thought it's possible to clean the car, clean it really good, and to be safe for the environment and the user. So it was a lot of thinking, a lot of trying. We had a lot of talks with the suppliers for the raw materials because we were kind of restricted by the stuff we were able to use. And what was important was like having biodegradable raw materials generated from natural resources like plants mostly, or seeds, instead of petrol-based stuff, and a lot of thinking and testing on different conditions in different part of the car. Like we started with a wheel cleaner, which was the most difficult one because rims and wheels are mostly like very dirty and stubborn in cleaning, so a lot of state-of-the-art products rely on acidic stuff, alkaline stuff, or the so-called formulation boosters like NTA, for example. This was like a no-go for us, we didn't want to use it. So in the end we came up with pretty nice, elegant and good solutions, delivering great results. And another part of the whole idea and the project was like design and everything else, but I think you can tell us more about that.
The performance was definitely number one.
Yeah.
I think it was always clear that if the products don't perform at least as good as anything considered status quo, we wouldn't do it. So,
Sure.
And I think that everything in the line outperforms the respective traditional product in some way. Maybe not in every way, but in some way or most ways. And at the same time, I think it's even nicer to use. For example, I prefer this wheel cleaner in most cases over the color changing wheel cleaner, because the scent is much nicer, the performance is more or less the same, but you don't need to be careful with your clothes, you don't need to be extremely careful when how much you use, where you spray it, will it stain something. Also, it's a 2-in-1 product, so it does the tires and the wheels at the same time.
Yeah.
But I think we'll go into the details of each product as well in a different or in a couple of different videos. But all the products, when you use them, when we tried them, when other people tried them, when whoever it was, colleagues, visitors, we pushed everyone to try it, and they all liked it because the whole experience of all the 7 products, and it's only 7 products, so it's a relatively simplistic approach, at least for now. A lot of 2-in-1 products.
Yeah, but I mean, you cover
everything,
all needed areas to clean on a car.
Yeah.
And I think there's going to be a lot more to come in the future, but at the moment we still struggle with some raw materials. They are available, but the price is at the moment way too high, not acceptable, because the demand in the industry is so low. I think when this becomes more popular, it's going to be a lot easier and cost effective to manufacture such products. And And for all of it, a lot of inspiration, because we always say green, yeah, a lot of inspiration came from nature. We got inspired because if you look at nature, it's always clean, so nobody cleans it, but you have like very hydrophobic surfaces, like in the lotus flower or the leaf. You have hydrophilic ones. Plants have like very, very sophisticated and strong UV blocking systems, UV using systems, so a lot of it was incorporated in the thinking that was leading to these products, and we'll stick to that. And there's a lot more to do and to put into practice, but it takes time, and I think for the moment we covered all areas needed, so whatever needs to come, it will follow soon.
And I think the way it's set up at the moment, if you clean your car inside and out on a regular basis, you probably won't, depending on your personal demand, of course maybe you will need something else, but in principle this will cover everything, because really when looking at, for example, the wheel and tire cleaner, it's basically 2 products. Shampoo and foam is basically 2 products. Pre-wash and insect remover.
I mean, this is the idea to make it like...
So it's more products than just that. Everything is ready to use. There is nothing you can really do wrong, no matter how experienced or not you are.
Yeah.
I think the products are very inviting. When you start using them, you can feel that, you know,
it's a very nice experience using
them. A different feeling. I think we put a lot of effort into how it feels, from how it looks, how the bottle feels, how the label feels, how the product smells, how the product behaves on the surface.
Just like in detailing, we paid a lot of attention to all the details.
Yeah.
And a product that I would like to come out with, because we tried it and it's very nice, it's like the tire gel.
Yeah.
But this is just like I said, we need a bit of a compromise from our suppliers regarding prices for the raw materials, but this would be like a very nice product, by far outperforming like the regular one. This would be a big surprise for a lot of people. So
the performance was always the number one focus. I guess the design, we'll talk about the design too, in depth, maybe, you know, with the colleague who designed the products, not the products, the labels. We all designed it together, but specifically the labeling and what it says, what it means, the idea behind it. Also, a lot of people were involved in the usability, so maybe we will hear a little bit more about that as well. And then we'll show also the overall experience, how to use it. I think it's a very nice package. It's also maybe important to note that it doesn't mean that because it is green and there's a lot of innovation, we still managed we do manage to offer the products at very reasonable prices, because also from that perspective, from the start, we knew they have to perform, they have to have reasonable price to performance ratio. They can't be more expensive than traditional products, and of course the design needs to be inviting and nice, and it needs to be as green as possible. So try the package.
This was the whole idea behind it.
Yeah.